Hey friends, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and today I'm going to show you the quick and simple way to make these adorable flower balloons. So I made these for my daughter Ellie's 10th birthday party and they turned out so cute. I know there's ways of doing this on Pinterest that I've seen where you blow up a bunch of balloons and you kind of try to tape them all together and hope that it stays. This is way easier and quicker than that, so I wanted to just show you really quick how I did it. I will link all the supplies I'm using in the description below this video, so if you're looking for the exact links, make sure you check out the description below. But all you're going to need is these balloon clips. This is a flower-shaped balloon clip that makes it so easy to make the flower. You're not even going to believe it. So I'm using these balloon clips. These came in a box of 30 on Amazon. It's linked below. And then I'll have a pair of scissors, some ribbon to hang it. If you don't want it hanging, you don't need the ribbon. But I'm going to hang it up on the wall. And then you need 6 balloons for each flower. So I used 5 of one color for the petals and 1 of a different color for the center. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the center balloon first. And so I'm using 1 yellow for the center. So you take your balloon clip and inside in the center is 1 hole, and you're going to put the little knot. You're going to kind of weave it through there so that the knot of the balloon is on one side of the hole and the rest of the balloon is on the other, just like that. It's going to hold this one balloon. Now, if you're going to hang it, I recommend tying a ribbon to this balloon at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now while it's just the center. Otherwise, it gets really overwhelming with a lot of balloons on there. And so I just go ahead and take a pretty long piece. I tie it around the knot in the center like this, and I tie a knot. This is how I hung mine with tape on the wall that made it super easy to do. Now it's nice to sometimes have another hand to help you with this part so the balloon doesn't roll away. But we're going to try and do it right on here. Just like that. So I just tied a knot between the balloon and the clip, and this allows me to hang it on the wall using the ribbon. So now that I have the ribbon for hanging, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the balloons as the petals. So now you're going to take one of the petal colors and you're going to try to get it all the way to the little hole right there. So I'm going to take it around like this, up to there like that, and then you're going to keep adding one after the other. Add it like that. Adding the other one like this. Okay, and now we have our last petal is going to come in here. It gets really overwhelming at this point because there's balloons going every direction, but you just do the same thing with all the petals, getting the knot. If I can get it on here, I can show you. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to tell, but all of the little knots and balloon ends are in there. There's 5 petals on the outside and 1 in the center. Now when you flip it over, it does take a little bit of finagling to kind of get the balloons petals down like this, and then the center like this. Now when I move my hand, it's going to want to go back to the way it was, and so that's why I taped it on the wall. So you can see the flower shape is perfect now. I have my ribbons right here. So what we're going to do is tape these ribbons actually to the wall and push the flower tight against the wall, and it'll keep it in this flower shape. So let's go ahead and tape it on the wall, and I'll show you how I get it up there. And for the tape to tape it on the wall, I'm using this gaffer tape that they use actually to tape like microphone cords and stuff, like bands use it. It's great. I like it a lot better than duct tape. It holds really well and it doesn't leave that residue when you take it off. So I put it right on the wall. When I'm done, I peel it off slowly. It does not mess up my walls at all. This is actually how I attached the flowers on Ellie's flower wall in her bedroom. If you've seen that video, I put a bunch of like artificial flowers on a whole wall in her room, attached it with this, and it's held them up for years at this point, and it's had no problems at all. Okay, and I went ahead and got my gaffer tape right here. I'm going to go ahead and stick it somewhere close to where I'm going to be hanging it on the wall so that it's easy to grab. I should have mentioned earlier that smaller balloons will make smaller flowers, obviously, and are a little bit easier to work with. These are pretty full-size balloons, so you might want to start with not blowing them up too full to kind of get the idea of how to make the flower. But I'm holding it by the ribbon that we attached to the back of the center little balloon, and we're going to go ahead and try and smash it onto the wall where it's flat up there, and then we're going to use the ribbon to put some tape. So this is the hardest part of the whole thing, is kind of finagling it so that the petal balloons get flat and it lets you kind of get the flower shape. So right there like that. That is pretty good. That's the flower shape. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my tape. And I have my ribbon. I'm holding it real tight. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach the ribbon and push it back against the wall behind the flower. I know it's kind of awkward. And it's okay because you can straighten out afterwards. So get the ribbon against the wall as much as you can. And then you're going to smush the tape against the wall so that it's real tight and it's pulling the balloons towards the wall. Once it's taped up there, then you can kind of smush the petals a little bit more. Make sure it has the good flower shape and it is up there on the wall. All I need to do is trim these little ribbons that are hanging down real quick and it's good to go. So let me show you real quick. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut the ribbons off that were at the bottom of the flower kind of hanging out, but I kind of want to show you, if I can peek back here, how it's actually attached to the wall. So there you can kind of see how the ribbon, hopefully you can see that, is pulled taut towards the wall, and then that right there is the gaffer tape holding it onto the wall. So it's okay if when you're pushing the tape against the wall, it kind of undoes the flower shape, because then once it's taped up there, you can really kind of push the petal balloons apart and smash it against the wall into the shape that you want. But that is the quick and easy way to make really cute little flower balloons. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Bye!
She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows. She's crafty and she knows it.